Hi everyone, welcome back to Editorial's YouTube channel. Today I would be talking about the incident that happened today in local train. Usually as my college is like 2 hours away from my house, like usually I spend like 1 hour in train while going and 1 hour while coming back. So usually I read for like 2 hours in a day, it's mandatory in train journey, and 1 hour at night. So totally I read 3 hours. So today while I was reading a book, I have by the way I have started reading Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman something. I have only read the introduction yet, but it is a really good book. I have a habit that whenever I'm reading a book, I like to write the what I'm feeling about it in the book, what I really like, to highlight and denote to note what I have read. And even if I'm rereading the book, if I have for the first time when I have read it, if I'm using yellow highlighter, the second time reading it, I'll use a blue highlighter. I keep changing it. So whenever I'm reading the book for the third or fourth time, then I get to realize, oh, how much I have grown. That like this version of me felt this is important, but this version of me felt that that is important. Like it's really fun to see. But the person who was the lady who was sitting beside me, she got really annoyed when I was annotating stuff and writing little things or writing something on behind the back. And she was like, books are never meant to torture. We should read books, we should only read the books like at the day they were. Yeah, I totally respect that. Like from whenever I borrow books from college, I never annotate in them, or whenever I borrow books from my friends. And honestly speaking, I expect the same from my friends a bit. Like, but if my friend who is very close to me and has borrowed a book from me and is annotating, I have no problem issues with it. If they are annotating stuff like which they felt it is important, highlight and stuff, but it should be annotated in clear, good manner. Yeah, that's what. And really it put me in thinking. I didn't argue with her because it was like 5:30 in the morning, and I was like, this is not the time when I'm arguing with a woman just over an annotating book. But yeah, it really put me into thinking, but why it is so annoying if the she has OCD or stuff. Yeah, but personally my opinion is you should annotate in your books. You should write them. Like earlier I told like the version, like the thoughts which I'm having right now, like it would turn into a really nice tweet. It would really turn into a substract article and stuff like that. You never know that, like for example, if I'm reading a paragraph right now and the understanding of it is completely different, then I'll read it 10 years later, and 10 years later I will understand, oh, I was thinking like that. And now when you read it, you can understand how much you have grown, how much you have outgrown. So yeah, this is why I think annotating in book is really necessary. And when you annotate in book, the more you annotate, the more you are more conscious while reading. Like for example, when I had tried, like whenever I borrow books from library or books from any friend, when I'm not annotating it, i'm reading the I'm just reading that book mindlessly, literally mindlessly. Like I had realized that some days back I had borrowed a book from library, and I had read it and understood nothing from the book. I got nothing from the book. So I've reduced borrowing books from libraries, and I prefer reading. That's what why I also prefer reading physical book copies book, because when you own the physical copy, it's your property. It's it's not on the author, but it's not on the that whenever you are like also annotating in digital copy, it's not completely your owning, it is on a digital platform. But when you own a physical copy, it's completely yours. It's not author's right to tell you what you can do or not do. It's your copy, you can do anything, torture the book in my opinion, especially non-fiction books, also fiction books, because it also helps you evaluate what you are understanding. When you are annotating, you understand it. It gives the signal to your brain that yeah, this is important to my to me. This is important, that which will uh, help me in future. Like right now, when there is an author by, I remember his book Drive. His that author's video I have watched yesterday, and he emphasized a lot on like torture your books like this and that, and I really like that. And whenever I become an author, I want my readers to torture the book. Like by torturing, I don't mean like they you tear and stuff. I by torture I mean is you write your thoughts. You write what are your opinions. If you agree with that point or not. Would you agree with that point or not? It really helps you understand like how. And by the way, by Daniel, I guess his name. No, sorry, his name is not Daniel. That Drive wala author, Drive book author. I have not read that book, but his author of Daniel Drive, that I know. Huh. What I was saying. Huh. Like by that, after that his video, I have from today I have started a thing where I read for 50 minutes. Like it is 1 hour journey, right, for my college. So 50 minutes I read, and the rest 10 minutes I summarize whatever I've read. I literally write book name, author's name, and write anything that I have understood with it. I don't judge myself. I have just writing. Like from the introduction of Thinking Fast and Slow, I really liked the 3 lines sentences which we have written. I wrote that only. Didn't summarize and stuff, because what would I summarize in the introduction stuff? Yeah. But yeah, I only wrote that sentences because it felt fascinating. Also, the second book I'm reading right now is Mindset. I'm rereading it, by Carol Dweck. Really amazing book. I only told that in the first chapter she talked about what is fixed mindset, what is growth mindset. That's it. Just write. Don't just consume, but also create what you are reading. It really helps you put things out. So because more you put outside, the more you gain, in my opinion. But yeah, and as I knew that I have to summarize, write it in my it in the I, as I knew that I have to write what I have understood, I was more interested in reading the book, not just shallow reading it, because I have understood there are many times when I'm reading the book just for the sake of it, because it is built on routine to make it more self-aware that that I'm just not reading it, but I'm consuming it consciously, and I have to understand that it's my responsibility to gain what I have reading it. So yeah, it was my first day doing the summarizing part, whatever the stuff it was, but today I noticed it totally created a mindset shift. It was really micro change to summarize what, but it in long term I feel that it will definitely have larger big effects on my reading journey. Let's see, in 1 month I will make a video on that, like that you should, that if that works, then it will have a great impact to summarize. But it is an amazing habit to summarize whatever you read, because definitely I was more self-aware while reading, because I was reading that book with more consciousness that yeah, what does that author really means, what I can write, what I am what I am really understanding it. Like for example, in starting I felt like introduction was a bit confusing. If usually I would have gone I've continued it, but today I reread it, so it really put me into thought process, oh, what the author is really trying to communicate. But yeah, it is right that many of the tell that it's not your responsibility to hold that book to hold that attention. It's author's responsibility to hold that attention, yeah, but it's also reader's responsibility to give that attention that which author deserves. Yeah, it also reader's responsibility to give the interest, to give the attention, especially in the age where we live in the doom scrolling era. Like definitely it takes time for us, like the Gen Z generation, to concentrate on the books. Like for example, there are days when I when I'm doom scrolling. But yeah, right now I have reduced using Instagram and stuff. But yeah, still, I'm not on Snapchat. It's been months that I have not used Pinterest. Recently, I've started reading articles on Substack. Really amazing platform. I love that. Once in a week on Sundays, I read Substack. I honestly, I'm a bit screen time conscious, so yeah, I don't read that much. But I have started reading Substack articles instead of doom scrolling. I read Substack articles on my laptop. Really amazing. Like Substack is a platform which you would love if you are an Pinterest girly boy or something, because Substack, while using Substack social media platform, it does not feel guilty. I wish Substack has sponsored this. I hope in future Substack will sponsor me to promote them, because I love that platform. Hopefully, yeah, let's manifest it. Yeah, anyways, but yeah, what I was talking about. Oh my god. Okay, great. That's it for today. What should I give title to this video? Because I talked about 3 4 topics in like 11 minutes. Yeah, I hope you like this video. I have no script, you can see. I was like, today is Monday, I have to shoot the video. Then I was like, let's start the video and let's see where it goes. So yeah, it is really nice. I'm in my creating era, not just consuming era. But yeah, so yeah, yes, please subscribe to Editators. Let this reading community grow into worldwide. I see myself as an world famous person who talks about books. So yeah, that's it for today. See you in next video. Till then, bye bye. Keep reading, keep shining, keep loving yourself. Love you.